Back a year ago when he was running, most agreed this was a brilliant campaign move at McDonald's, and so Trumpian. He pulls off things that actually no one else dares try, but always at the end, Trump has success doing whatever, and he does it his own way. And we sure saw Trump's success today. Executive Vice President, Trump Organization, and author of the new book, Under Siege, My Family's Fight to Save Our Nation, Eric Trump joins me. You know, Eric, looking at the cover, the first thing I thought after today is you need to send it back to the printer. It's not Save the Nation, but Trump is saving the world. It's just amazing.
He's saving the world, and that's after everything they did to us, Greta. I mean, he's literally saving the world. As you said, a year ago, he was serving French fries. Now he's, commander-in-chief who just got Middle East peace, stopped, 8 wars at this point and is doing a phenomenal job. And listen, the entire world is proud. And it's amazing. You talk about this Nobel Peace Prize thing. Every single leader of every single country is coming out saying that he should get it. In most conflicts, somebody wins, somebody loses. You've got a victor, you've got a kind of a loser of that conflict, whether right or wrong. Somebody's upset. Here, everybody's happy. Everybody wants peace. The whole world wants peace. They're all rallying behind this. You see that scene, obviously, not just in Israel. You see that scene in Egypt this morning. It was unbelievable. This is exactly why Donald Trump got elected. This is exactly what the American people want. This is exactly what the world wants. And as a son, I'm incredibly proud of him.
All right, you chronicle the Trump family, or what's been going on, in your book. By the way, how's your book doing?
Unbelievable. This morning, we hit #1. Amazon in every single category. #1 bestseller, #1 in memoirs, #1 in government, #1 nationally. And I'm missing about 5 of them, Greta. But I never thought I'd be an author. This is a new thing for me. I was always a builder, but it's really a story of perseverance. And by the way, Middle East peace would not have happened if we didn't win, right? I mean, we fought like hell through that siege they talk about in the book, whether it's the impeachments, or it's a Russia hoax, or it's the dirty dossiers, or it's the ripping us off of ballots, or storming Mar-a-Lago and raiding Melania's room and Barron's room. I mean, I got 112 subpoenas. I became the most subpoenaed person in American history for doing absolutely nothing wrong. They wanted us dead. They wanted us bankrupt. They wanted us gone. And that's what Under Siege chronicles. But you look at a day like today, it's so ironic that on the day that my book goes to #1 in every category, it happens to be the day that we get Middle East peace. Maybe that's divine intervention. Maybe it's I think probably beyond coincidence. But if you think about it, had we not won that siege, had we not beaten these criminals in Washington, D.C., if we didn't beat the mainstream media, and had they steamrolled us, we would have had a very different world right now. You would have had a world in total chaos. You would have had a world in total anarchy. You would have a lot of dead people out there right now. And instead, you've got world leaders who haven't seen eye to eye, in cultures that haven't seen eye to eye in thousands of years, shaking hands, hugging, and hopefully the world gets back to some level of normalcy.
Well, what is it about him? I mean, let's face it, he doesn't sleep much. His diet is horrendous from what I hear. He likes the McDonald's fries that he delivered. I've heard stories about him eating, a lot of hamburgers. But I mean, has he always been, like, when you were a teenager, was he like this?
Listen, yeah, he's always known the McDonald's menu very well. So in terms of the diet comment, yes, he knows that the McDonald's menu probably better than the people that work at McDonald's. In terms of what is it about him, I mean, have you ever heard the concept of like the law of positive thinking? It's really amazing. You always hear from these people, Barack Hussein Obama, they'll never have Middle East peace, never have Middle East peace, right? It can't happen. It's too complicated. And by the way, and what would that mean is they wouldn't even bother trying. They just wrote it off. My father said, listen, I can get peace in the Middle East. It's going to be hard. It's going to be difficult. There's a lot of hatred there. There's a lot of visceral hatred there, but we can do it. And there is something about, the law of positive thinking, and then also being incredibly capable and being a good negotiator and having respect of all the world leaders, right? And it's even more than the respect. It's also having a great friendship with many of them and getting everybody to the table and working through something that's incredibly tough and complicated. No one thought that this could have been done. I mean, Greta, a year ago, we were sitting in a cold courtroom, right, as my father gets indicted over and over and over again on cases that we turned around. Every single one of them we have since won. And exactly 1 year later, he's over in Israel, then to Egypt. And by the way, he's going to be back in time tomorrow for Charlie Kirk's, Medal of Freedom. I mean, that's how much the guy can accomplish in a 48-hour period of time. Go from the U.S. to Israel, do 2 stops in Israel to Egypt, back to Washington, D.C. in order to give out a Presidential Medal of Freedom. But the guy is remarkable. I mean, the guy is absolutely remarkable.
Well, when you say he's going to be back, I got to tell you that, well, we journalists behind the scenes, we sort of shrug our shoulders because we do have a hard time keeping up with him. I mean, it is, I mean, you know, and we're a lot, some of us are less younger than he is, but some are really younger than he is and have a hard time keeping up with him. But during the trial, I mean, the odds were against you. I mean, it's like, you know, that's what's so stunning about it. I mean, like, all those cases, were there real sort of low personal moments? I mean, like, you know, where you and your father thought, you know, like, you know, this is the worst. I just want to hang it up.
Yeah, Greta, we came out of that courtroom, and I talk a lot about this on Under Siege, but we came out of that courtroom in New York City after he was convicted of 34 felony counts, again, all since overturned. And he gets in the car. I'm in the car right next to him. We're going up the FDR Drive in New York, and he looks at me. He goes, honey, I'm not sure how, but somehow we're going to win this whole thing. And he meant the trial, but he also meant the presidency. And I said to him, I go, Dad, it's either going to be 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, it's either going to be the White House, or you and I are both in a prison cell for doing absolutely nothing wrong. But they wanted us gone. They wanted our voices gone. They wanted us off that stage. No different than they wanted Charlie Kirk off that stage. They wanted me off that stage. They wanted my father off that stage. They wanted our family off that stage. They wanted us bankrupt. They wanted us voiceless. That's why they gagged us. That's why they took us off of Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. Greta, they wanted us gone, and they used the full power of the United States government to do it. They used the full power of the mainstream media to do it. That's what they wanted. And they realized very quickly, they realized that they no longer had the American people who wanted peace. They wanted prosperity. They no longer wanted guys my size swimming in women's sports. They were sick and tired of DEI. They were sick and tired of Colin Kaepernick kneeling, you know, when they played the national anthem at football games. People in this country were sick and tired of the corruption, the politics, the mainstream media being lied to every single day, being absolutely ignored. And that's the story of Under Siege. All of us, we were all under attack. You were under attack. I was under attack. Everybody watching Newsmax, we were all under attack. They were going after our churches. They were going after our pastors. They were going after our kids. They were indoctrinating our kids. They were teaching us revisionist history in school. They were going after all of us, and we won the siege. We won it, and we have a better world because we won it.
Well, it's certainly, you know, it'll certainly be interesting to watch the next 24 hours. All his critics already. We ran that soundbite from Hillary Clinton, Secretary Clinton, a couple days ago, where she has some praise, and of course, naturally, she was an opponent critic. We'll have to see how the media responds to this over the next couple of days, because it is truly remarkable. And congratulations on your book, Eric. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much, Greta.
People think news just happens. It doesn't. It happens because there's someone there to capture the moment, to explain it and share it. That's my job. I go where news breaks and give you the facts. Join me for The Record on Newsmax.